It's not working. It's not working. Hello, can you hear me? Is anybody there? Can you hear me? Let me see what's going on with the thing. I think I've got two streams going at the exact same time. I don't know what the absolutely doing. I don't know what I'm 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 doing. Do you know what I'm doing? I don't even know what I am doing. Okay. Is that... I'm on the wrong stream. I'm not on the wrong stream. Okay. Hello, Joodles. You've not joined the one you had set up. I know because I couldn't get the chat on my screen, on your screen. I couldn't get the chat on your screen. Well, tell him to go over here, please. Marianne, just go. You're in the right place. I can't get the chat on the screen to work. I don't know what it is. I cannot get it to work. So we're not gonna have a chat today. Okay? We're not gonna get the chat to work today. Can you see me? Can you two see me? Hello, Lucy Van Pelt. Hello, Joodles. Hello, Marianne. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? The other one's gone. I deleted the other one. Why is it gone? Because I deleted it. I deleted it. So you guys are gonna have to please come join me here. Fresh Coconuts is here. It's gonna be an unbelievably great show. I can just feel it. I'm so excited. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I don't understand. I'm too stupid to be doing this thing. I used to be. I never thought I was that smart. I never thought that. Honest to God. Honest to God. I've been in the room with some of the brightest people in the world and even some of the normal people, and I never thought I was as smart as them. Have you heard the terrible news? I did hear that we could talk about Rob Reiner. We could talk about Rob Reiner. It's horrible. That's the worst way to die. That's absolutely the worst way to die. Rob Reiner. Thank you very much for pointing that out. We're going to talk about that. You can tell me what you think about it. Don't type too much right now. Just tell me, are you here? Are you here? MC Scott is here. Kermit is here. Why isn't my screen? Why isn't my screen? The chat thing going. I should have come here earlier, because it looks like it's working. It should be working. I don't know why it's not working. Can you see it here? Maybe it is working. Is it working? Is it on the main screen? Not on the side or below. Is it on the main screen? Let me just see if it's on the main screen. Hold on one second. That video is unavailable. Okay, so is this video available? Is this video? This also no, there it is. That's good. That's good. Can you see? I should have changed the time. 24 watching now. Are you all on? Is everybody on? Is everybody on? I want to thank you people for putting up with me. I'm not worthy of you. And now, let me turn this thing off. I'm not worthy of you. I shouldn't be saying that because it should just be. It's like when I started my None Hit American stream. I said I'm only going to say positive things. I'm not going to say I'm horrible. I'm not going to say that. I'm amazing. I'm the most amazing broadcaster, performer. Claire is here. Good to see you, Claire. Andrew Rubin is here. Lee is here. Greetings and salutations, my fellow miscreants and seekers of intrigue. Well, if you want to know, I mean, Lewis Schaffer, I don't know whether you'd call me intriguing, but yeah, maybe I'm intriguing. Maybe I am, but thank you, Lee. Where are you from again? Have we spoken before? I think we have. Crack on. Everyone is okay. Feel free to change the mic over. the mic over. Is the mic not working? Can you not hear me here? How is the mic? He baited you today. Don't let him do that again, Lewis. Who was baiting? Who was baiting? Is that Lee? Is that Lee? I mean, what do I care if someone wants to bait me? Remember to like and subscribe. Yes, and share with a friend. I wouldn't share with a friend. I would keep this as secret as possible. As secret as possible. I was paying some bills today because I'm an adult. I was paying some bills, and I was like in a really bad mood. Intriguing enough for me to tune in, Lewis. And I'm from Liverpool, and those people are very intriguing. I've been watching a whole show about the Beatles. You've heard of the Beatles? Have you guys heard of the Beatles in Liverpool too? And so that's that. So I was paying some bills, and I didn't get a chance. Hello, Carrie B. I didn't get a chance to check out everything beforehand. And I was listening to Nunhead American Radio, which I was it was accused that Paul was dragging me into a fight. And he was, and I was like I'm saying, we can't talk about this. He doesn't understand. Because when you're a lefty, you don't understand what lack of freedom is. And someday those people will be put under a lack of freedom if they don't play their cards right. That's not true. It's not going to be up to me. But you can tell what it is. It's like, they think people are free to say whatever we want. I'm free to do what I want. Two decent football teams here too, albeit one farce. We're not talking about fucking football in Liverpool. I'm sorry, Lee. We're not going to talk about that. We are not going to talk about football. We can talk about not even the Beatles. We're not talking about Liverpool until you come for a second time. Then you can talk. Lewis, you look amazing in navy blue. Yes, I do. I put this shirt on. I couldn't. I said I look really good. But that was 2 minutes ago. That was before I turned the computer on, and it's not working. We're already getting a 15-minute late start. This is not the way it should be. It shouldn't be this way. It should be Lewis Schaffer, big star. But I'm not a big star. I've been booted off of the TV. That's just basically a fact. It's a fact. I've been booted off the TV. Darklands is here. It's not ironed. What makes it a good shirt is it's got. I don't know whether you can you see that? Can you see the way it's made? Can you see? I don't know whether you can see it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Can you see the fabric there? It's what is that called? It's cotton. It's made from Uniqlo. I've got 3 practically identical shirts. Jesus, Lewis, Throtto back on Lee. He hasn't been here before. I'm sorry. Didn't you tell me that he was? Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Sorry. I'm sorry, Lee. TV is for gobshites now, Lewis. You're better off not being one of them. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say. You could say Lewis Schaffer got fired from GB News just as TV News died. Maybe you could say that. You could say that. Did you see? I was reading today what they said, what the BBC was said about, in their analysis of Donald Trump. Analysis. What is the BBC doing giving analysis? It's not an independent company. It should not give analysis. It should not give analysis. It's not a real broadcaster. F the BBC. Oh my God, I'm in a mood. Yeah, I'll throttle it back. Thank you, Jules. Warmelian is here. I'm going to sound all nice and everything. Warmelian. It's being picked up off the street, which makes it so smooth. Yeah. I mean, I do picks. This I bought. I think I bought. I don't remember did I buy it from Uniqlo or did I buy it from TK Maxx? But I think I bought it new. I see you is here. Please don't say I'm quirky. I couldn't cope. Who's me? Me. And then Carrie B says Rob Reiner's wife been murdered supposedly by his son. Did you hear this? We can discuss that. We can discuss Rob Reiner being murdered by his son. That is the worst way to go. Imagine being killed by your own son. Imagine being killed by, you love your son so much and he's killing you. It's not even your wife. I mean, I can understand my wife wanting to kill me. I can understand that. I can understand my wife wanting to kill me. But to actually To actually think that that your son is going to kill you. He's coming after you with a knife, and you're thinking, oh, wait a second, aren't you my son? Do I know you? I think I know you already. I think I know you. What did Warmelian say? Love the hide and seek element to your streams, Lewis. Well, you want to put that spin on it. You could put that spin on it, but that's not the spin. That's not the spin that's on it. The spin. So we're going to talk about Rob. We'll talk about it now. Maybe we should start talking about it now. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the BBC analysis of Trump, which I don't remember where it was, but you can Google it, of Trump. I normally don't look at the BBC. It was not. Are we allowed to look at a website from the BBC without having to pay? I don't think we even have to pay. I was listening to the whole thing of Black Belt Barrister. Black Belt Barrister. Well, he was a lefty CUN. He became that way. He's one of my people. He's one of my people. Okay, or half one of my people. I think his mother is he both of my people? I think he's half my people. I'm having a difficult day, Claire says, but I'm strong. And this is what I love about Claire. She says she's strong. I believe it. What are you saying? Yes, Lewis. Of course you can watch it and not pay. As we don't know it's real. Yeah, that's the point. Is the BBC real? I'm not sure it's real. I'm not sure everybody. There I am right there. There I am, right there. Go to the thing. Black Belt Barrister is doing well on YouTube. Not my cup of tea, says ICU. Well, what don't you like about him? Claire, sending you healing love. Okay, well, Claire, sending you. You know what? I don't know if Claire needs healing love, but yeah, maybe you should. I've got to believe. 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 I'm going to believe. Anyway, so Lucy Van Pelt says, Lewis, the position of your Himalayan salt image lamp makes it look like you're eating a huge lollipop. Can you see it? Where can you see the image there? Where can you see it? Let me see if it's on the other thing here. Got 31 people watching. That's really good. How do you see it? It's behind the chair over here. Can you see it there? I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Or candy floss. Yeah, it's really nice. Well, that my friend who used to live here left it for me. She left a lot. I'll put it over here, but I'm not turning it on. How about it's over there? Is that all right? Should I turn it on? Is that too bright? How about a little bit over there? Is that too bright? I don't know. I've got a new picture of me over here. Can you see the new picture? I'm having a breakdown. Can you feel the breakdown that I'm having? Can you see? That's my passport picture. I'm going to apply for a British passport too. I don't believe that people should have multiple passports from different countries. But I'm going to apply for a British passport. Black Belt Barrister is following his basic training. The end game is money in exchange for his time. Nothing wrong with that if it's not disguised as helping the plebes. Well, he is saying he's helping the plebes, but he's not totally definitive about that. I see you. Okay, I mean, is that the basic plan? I'm helping the plebes. He's providing lots of information. I can feel what his opinion is, just like what my opinion is. Do I ever beat around the bush? No, I don't. Sometimes I do, but mostly I try not to. The internet is way better than television, as exemplified by us. Okay, you want to include yourself in this, Alan? Okay, yes. Oh, yeah, as exemplified. We're a lot closer. You're in the room with Lewis Schaffer. That's a really great thing, to be in the room with Lewis Schaffer. I've never bothered voting. No CUNT can call me either a commie or a fascist. Well, I can. It depends on what your belief system is. You don't have to vote to be a commie or a fascist. And you could be both of those things. Commies are fascists now. They're a bunch of Nazis. I believe that. I'm sorry. I should be more open, and maybe we get more people watching it. I don't want to have to sit here. This is what I believe. When I was 17 years old, says Carrie B, hello, beautiful, and a punk. I was a punk at 18, maybe 17, 18. Getting. Okay, where am I here? I'm gonna have to go back and read that. Okay, let me get back on track. According to Mr. Cuff, you're having a breakdown, Lewis, getting a British passport. I'd be out of here if I were you. I think the country could win, basically. It could win. It could win. It won't be the same as it was before, but it could win. Do you think it could win? I think I'm my fingers are crossed. My kids are here, you are here, I am here. Okay, maybe whatever. So Carrie B says this: when I was 17 years old and a punk, my passport photo looked like Myra Hindley, FF's. Well, she was kind of attractive in a weird kind of way. Hi, how are you? What's happened? Carnegie, tell me what happened. Are you okay? Okay. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but it could be something. I don't think it was anything. That's why I asked it. I asked him here, Joodles. It's right over his shoulder. How can you see it? Where is it? Tell me where it is. And I put it there. I don't know what it is. Can I be in the actual room with Lewis Schaffer? All of you can. Someday we will all be in the room together. Yes, I agree. I'd be back in Great Neck in a flash. I would be back too. I can't afford Great Neck. Houses there are $2, $3, $4, $5 million, and then some. Google house prices in my hometown, and you'll be like absolutely blown away. It's super expensive. Great Neck was a lovely place, but became too expensive. He might beat around. Okay, John Miller. Let's be nice. Let's be nice about all this. John Miller. Okay, Warmellian. You think he didn't try already? They're not taking him back into the U.S. He's stuck here with us for good. I have a dirt feeling that might be true. Yeah, that might be true. I mean, it's ironic because when I first came here, I just complained every single day about being here. I like what Mark Twain said. If voting made any difference they wouldn't let you do it. You can believe that to differing degrees, but it's largely true. Yeah, it could be true. It could be true, voting. It could be true. I mean, especially since the Labour Party and the Tories believe the exact same thing. I mean, I think it's worse to call yourself a Tory because at least the Tories lie. They've lied to us, the Tories. They lie to us. We need somebody strong who's a Tory. Well, who did they hire? They hired a person who was raised in another country. Just because you were raised in another country and then moved here because that doesn't make it. I'm not English. I'm not English. This country needs an Englishman or a Scotsman or maybe a Welsh man. It does not need a Nigerian. Even if she's great, whatever, it doesn't need it. It needs someone of our own to fight for us. It's like that movie. What was the movie with Spielberg about the what was it called? What was the movie called? The Holocaust movie, where the guy was saving all the Jews. That we need a guy to save all the Jews. We don't need a guy to save all the Jews. We can save ourselves. We got nuclear weapons. Robert Smith looks like Nicolas Cage in long legs now. He looks pretty bad. I think he's fat. Isn't Robert fat? Isn't Robert Smith fat? Thought we were. One, laugh out loud, says Joe. I have a big nose, Lee, that casts a shadow on my passport photo that can look unflattering. Okay. Well, get a new picture. Maybe you should have gotten a better picture there. This is my passport picture. It's as pretty good as it's going to get. It's whatever. Kemi Badenoch should be a Nigerian prime minister. She has my vote for prime minister of Nigeria. Yeah, but we have, I think she's all right. All right. Schindler's List, exactly. Thank you, Claire, for saying that. Thank you. Schindler's List. I read the book before I'd seen the movie. It was called Schindler's Ark. Yes, that's true. Very good, John Miller. A round of applause for John Miller for reading. I'm reading 2 books right now as we speak. As we speak. Where are we here? As we speak. This country needs Rupert Lowe. It might need Rupert Lowe. I think he's a bit old. We need, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. But I don't know. It doesn't need a boomer. I don't know how old Rupert Lowe is. How old is Rupert Lowe? It needs somebody young. It needs maybe it needs Tommy Robinson. Maybe he's not, he's not the man for us. Someone will come. And that's my point. I don't know what I was talking about Schindler's List. I was talking about, Kemi Badenoch. Why should Kemi Badenoch be leading this country? Not because she's black, but she's not fully British. And she's not fully British because she wasn't born in this country. She was not born in this country. And that's the thing about America. They let in all these people who then had kids, and their kids became anchor babies. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Rupert is a funny name. Yes, it's a funny... Rupert. It's like German and gay English. It's like horrible. Okay, Lewis, how about me for Prime Minister? Thank you, Keith. Lewis for Prime Minister. Yes, this is a cult, not a commune. Only one, the leader benefits. All the other members do. I see. In a cult, the leader benefits. In a commune, everybody does. In theory, communes are communistic and no one winds up benefits because communism does not work because people are not communistic. Kemi was born in London, but she was not raised in London. How many years did she spend out of London? Most of her childhood, and she was raised out of London by non-British people who weren't born in this country. Is that racist? Is it racist for me to say this, whether she's black or whatever? Wasn't Boris Johnson born in New York? Was Boris Johnson's parents were English, and Boris Johnson was raised mostly in England? Was he not? I'm going to stand by this thing. I don't think she should be prime minister. I'm sorry. Darklands, good to see you, Darklands. We've got 35 people in the stream right now. 35 people. And let me just say this. It's on the screen. The chat is on the screen. So that is a victory for me. I should be happy. I'm going to calm down. By the end of the show, I'm going to be really calm. I'm going to be calm. I am going to be calm. Did you see, you guys didn't even see my radio show, me talking to whatever. It's not about where people are born, Lewis. No, it is not. It's about what's in their heart. I don't believe in ethnicity. I don't believe if someone has 100% English blood in them and they were raised in some other country in a non-English way, F them. F them. I'm sorry. It has to do with what's in your heart. I miss Lewis off the telly. Gary Warren is here. Hello, Gary. I do too, but I'm not going back. I made a few mistakes. And I was treated badly, and it's possible they don't want to have me on because it costs money. I'm still on the telly. I'm on the telly, Lucy. Are you watching me on the telly or on the computer? Kibbutz work. What about kibbutz work? It did. I turned into Lewis Schaffer live. Okay. The point is, let's get back on track. It's not about ethnicity. I don't believe in ethnicity. I believe in, do you carry the soul of the British people? Do you love Britain? Do you love America? It's like I've said this for years and years. You don't have to be born in America if you love America. If you think of yourself as an American. But Britain is something different. We're fighting for the rights of the English people. And we need our own, and in a wartime situation, we need somebody who is one of us. Am I saying she's not one of us? I don't know. I don't think she doesn't look like one of us. Have you seen the Green Party's Dream Ticket? Their leader and second in command are two blokes called Muhammad and Polanski. Isn't that just asking to be satirized? I've satirized them. Go on my Twitter thing. Are you on my Twitter, Lee? Go on my Twitter. I got 51,000 views of my post and 2,400 likes. It's a complete and utter joke. Hard to see a radio show, Lewis. It is hard to see it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to see it. To watch it. You can't watch it now because you're listening to me. You're listening to me. I'm not on the telly. Let's call this the telly. This isn't the telly, though. This isn't the telly, which is why the telly isn't so good as it used to be. My family have been on this island since before the Romans, Gary Warren. Yeah, but let's just say your family has been on this island, but they hate this island. Well, that makes them British, really. But let's say they want to bring down this island. Let's say they're, wherever they came from, they hate Britain. Great Britain is a great because of soul and soul. Yeah, could be. I'll join it, Lewis. Thank you very much. Join it. Make sure everybody presses the like button and subscribe. Thank you, Joodles. I'm on Joodles telly. That's really important. Is it a big, beautiful telly? I've been totally disappointed with those on the so-called right. They are all just fighting amongst themselves. How are we ever going to solve anything if they can't agree? I'll tell you how you stop fighting. You stand up for your position to the extreme. That's what happens when you're at war. We're not giving in to the Germans. We're not. That's what you have to do. And eventually everybody will come along to you. You can't say, let's take a middle position. Let's be in the middle here. Okay? So I agree with you, Darklands. That's going to stop the thing. Keir Starmer has a very pretty menorah. Well, did you see what I wrote on it? And he's a picture of him, take it from the outside, of him lighting the menorah. F you, Keir Starmer, and whoever your wife is. You hate Jews. You hate Jews. You want death to the Jews. That's what he wants. He wants death to the Jews. It's like what happened in oh my God, I'm too much here. I'm like in one of those days. It's like what's happened in Australia. It's like what happened in Australia is when you let in people who hate Jews, that's anti-Semitic. When you let in people who hate English people and British people, and Scottish people, Irish people, Welsh people, the Cornish, the Anglos, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Picts, the Scots, you hate this country. When you let them in, they don't love this country. Not that I love the country. I don't think I did when I moved in here. And maybe they will grow to love this country. Maybe they will. But I don't think that they will. And I don't think that they have the same values that we have. Right, left, two wings of the same plane. That's exactly right, MC Scott. That is exactly right. Lucy, did you see my tweet? Did everybody see my tweet? Where they had that picture of him lighting the menorah. Okay, I have to light the menorah tonight. I'm going to light it with my son. I lit it last night. I should light it on the air so you know what the hell's going on. What does it mean? What does the menorah mean? I'm not even sure. When we had the empire, children born of British parents were still classed as British. Yeah, because people didn't come back like they come back now. I mean, yes, because why would somebody go to shithole country out there if they couldn't come back to this country, basically? So that's a good point. And they should be. But when even the King of England does not consider himself English, because he's like a globalist. When we had okay, so there we go. I mean, what does the King of England say? Exactly. Even in the U.S., when Mexican folks have kids, their kids identify as Mexican. The same with Italians in New York. They identify with their roots. That is not exactly true. That is not exactly true. Over time, the Italians become Americans because it was very hard to escape. They brought their families over. It was very hard to escape from those horrible shithole countries. So only people who wanted to be here. I mean, right now, there's lots of people. There are lots of Italians. They love Italy, but they're not Italians. They might call themselves, I'm Italian, like I'm a Jew, but we're still Americans. If you don't have a country led by someone with a cultural tie to that country, says Mormellian, then you are open to leadership to people who can't just claim to love the country in order to subvert it. That is tequila, Lewis. Okay, let's go over again. Yes, well, that's the problem with the Islamics. They're willing to perform tequila. They don't have that religious thing. There's nothing like that in Christianity, and there's nothing like that in Judaism. You got to say what you believe and believe what you say. But if you love America, and there's no test for that, do you love America? But do you love it like that? What's her name? Horrible Somali woman up in Missouri. She doesn't, up in Minnesota. She doesn't love America. Yeah. Tequila Sunrise, says Ron Smith. That's funny. 100% Lewis. We need some people who love Britain. And I hate to tell you, I'm telling you this, but I don't know if it's true. I have some love for this country. And I want you to love your country. I want you to say, no, we're not letting those people into the country. I can't put you on a large screen, Lewis. I can only cope with you on a tablet size screen. Okay, I'm sorry. Because maybe I'm too good looking. Is that what you're saying, Andrew? Things have become so unbalanced. Wait until the quiet people like Lewis start speaking up for the people and what's right. Now, I mean, I'm not quiet, number one. But number two, you have to speak up for yourself. Lighting the candles, not sure what it's called, was nothing but a photo opportunity for Starmer. Of course, that's right. The menorah. Yes, it was a photo opportunity. And I wrote down, isn't AI, artificial intelligence, isn't AI amazing? Isn't it amazing? It made it seem like he actually cares and and maybe he's got a menorah, but it's all a photo opportunity. We need a photo opportunity. I need a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up as a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Ooh. Yeah, it's a lie. Absolutely. He believes in tequila. That's what the left and the Muslims believe in. They believe in lying. I hate to say it. Now you're saying, oh, that's brutal for me to call them liars. Ban halal and ban the random hardware. I would say that's what needs to be done. Ilhan Omar. Thank you very much. Mormellian. I always forget her name. Gary Warren is laughing. Gary Warren says he loves England. I love England. I love England. I love what makes Britain Britain. I love even the Scottish people. Okay. Taqiyya is the teachings of Islam where it is permissible to lie in any way that aids Islam. Yes. And so what does that say? What are the basic core philosophies of Islam? World domination, and we're killing Jews. That's what it means. You know, they're trying to pin it on Iran, this killing that went on in Australia. But it's not. It's just like what they do. What do they do? Thank you, Joodles, for the information. Me too. My middle name is England. Bone digger, bone digger. That's the song, right? That's what's his name song? Paul Simon. My family were fishing in Norfolk coast for 500 years until the EU killed our fishing trade. The EU is death to this country. And they want to kill us now. And we've got a leader, Mr. Keir Starmer, who wants to be part of Britain. He wants to be part of Britain. The menorah celebrates the oil found in the temple, yes, after the invasion. Not the invasion by the Maccabees, the retake over by the Maccabees. The Maccabees were the Jews. The oil burnt and kept alight for 7 nights, hence the 7 candles instead of the usual one night. Yeah, well, I don't know how. I never really understood the candle thing because most Jewish candles have 2 candles on whatever it is, on a Friday or whatever it is. You can call me AI. Alan Williams. Yes, there's a guy in my old office. I'm not there anymore because I've been canceled. Connor Tomlinson mentioned in 2011 when he was a kid in London had the riots. He was worried because they were not far away. He said the EDL played a part in stopping the riots. Possibly. 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 Something Connor Thomas. Yes. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about that. Could somebody explain that, Ron Smith? I know plenty of British people who hate the place, Warmellian. Having a Brit parent is no guarantee of anything. Exactly right. Is no guarantee of anything. You have to have a parent who loves it. That's why there's the old saying, mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. You can't just say, well, one parent, the father, or any of that stuff. Joodles, I agree with that. I agree with that. Keith says love. Love who? Love. You can call me Al. Now, Keith more than conquers. Hello, Keith. Keith is here. We're approaching over 40 people watching. Canada is joining the EU now. Timing is important in comedy and reality. Yeah, let them join the EU. Just like they wanted the Ukraine to join the EU to protect themselves against Russia. Let Canada join the EU. You know what? Canada had the largest, longest open border of any country in the world between America and Canada. There was no security, anything. It was just an open border. It was like crossing over into Wales or something. And that's what happens. They've divided the world up. The left have divided the world up. I don't know what goes in the hearts of anybody. I'm not going to answer that question, Lee. Stop shouting, Lewis. You are giving me a headache. Okay, I'll lower it a little bit. Lewis, breaking news in L.A., the FBI have stopped an Islamic bomb attack. Yeah, well, the Muslims got a bomb. Bombers got a bomb. What does that mean they stopped one? They're stopping one here almost daily. There are 40,000 warriors, soldiers of Islam in this country. Yeah, horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Canada's in Five Eyes, though. What is Five Eyes? What does that mean? Carrie B, that's horrible. It's horrible to hear about this. It's horrible to hear about this. And Donald Trump is right. He's to say we're not letting anybody in. We should not let any Muslims into America. And that's what they'll do. They're going to I hope that's what Donald Trump is going to do. The elite class took down an EDL. They helped save their neighborhood, was the point I was making. The elite class took down on EDL. They looked down on EDL. Yet they helped save okay, let me reread this. You're right. Sorry about that, right. The elite class, they looked down on the EDL, but the EDL helped save their butts. Yeah, because they feel that they're not in danger, the elite class. But they are in danger. We're all in danger. Canada, many people have to endure mad grump old uncle and once a year at Christmas. But who does that willingly, twice a day? I'm starting to fear for my sanity. Am I a weird grump? I'm sorry, Kermit. We should at least be getting a carer's allowance. Yeah, you're probably right. You're right, Kermit. You're right. I'll be back in a second. I've got to get myself my eyeglasses. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back in a second. Why am I short of attention now? Why am I short of attention? My life is so long. I need a shot of opportunity. I need a shot. Don't want to be a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Okay, I'm back. I got my glasses. I look horrible with my glasses. I can see myself in the image here. I can see myself in the image. I think Polyev is maybe, fingers crossed, a traditional conservative. We don't need a traditional conservative. We need a revolutionary in Canada. We don't need a traditional conservative. Because a conservative, a traditional conservative, is a communist. Sorry, is a left wing. What do you think? Do you think we need a traditional conservative, or we need someone who's going to lead the fight? Donald Trump was not I hope, not a traditional conservative. He's got very different things. Very different things. Sorry, Lewis. You have to look that up. But Five Eyes is a rather important world force. Five Eyes. I'm going to write it down. Okay, I'm writing it down. MC Scott, Five Eyes. Maybe someone can explain it to me, or I'll look there. Muslims bring taxi driving skills. How else could we find taxi drivers? Says Lee. Intel cult, maybe a Oh yes. Oh, that's right. Okay, so you're explaining it to me in the future. Australia, US, yeah, UK and Canada. Well, I'm guaranteeing you the US is dropping out. We're not going to give you any information. And then you got the new intelligence, which is the US, Israel, and Hungary. What did I say? Did I say something bad? I'm on one. I am on one. Because I couldn't get the thing going in the beginning of the show. I wish I could have. You seem to be his keepers to Joodles. Yes, she is my keeper. A lot. Yes, she is. I know she says a lot of nasty things about me and makes me cry. But Joodles is a keeper of mine. Just as I try to be your keepers a little bit. The British people's keeper. I'm going out on a limb here saying the things that I'm saying. They could say, Lewis, you're not bringing, what do they say? Societal cohesion. Isn't that the terms they use? Lee says, Lewis's grumpiness is no problem. We're in troubling times. I'm a bit of a grumpster myself when the occasion demands. Yeah, I think we all can be. Yesterday I wasn't a grumpster. I was just tired, and it was a horrible show. Wasn't it a horrible show yesterday? Was it a horrible show? I think it was a horrible show. At least it's keeping me entertained, saying what I'm thinking. Keir Starmer is a horrible human being. Let me rephrase this about what's his name, Tom, about Boris Johnson. Horrible, horrible human being. Horrible. He should crawl on his belly, if he can crawl, and apologize to the British people for leading them, for lying. All those Tories should apologize for lying. The ones who haven't already apologized. They didn't go to the Christmas markets this year, the first time in years. I decided to stay away, yeah. Yeah. How can you, maybe. Maybe we got to be brave and go. Maybe we got to bring guns. I don't know what I'm saying. Linford Christie ate loads of cakes for training. Ron Smith. Yeah, people believed in high carbs. Remember, they believed in high carbs. When I ran marathons in 1993, we used to go, the night before, we used to have huge pasta meals. Yesterday, I watched your show after the event, but you had a mare of an afternoon for sure. What is a mare of an afternoon? What does that mean? It was a nightmare. You mean like a nightmare? It was a bad. It wasn't that. Yeah, it was. I wasn't that upset. I was a bit upset because I think we all make promises to each other. I'm making promises to you guys. The Dutch recently said they wouldn't share some intel with the U.S. Yeah, because communism has taken over our countries. Every day is a good day with your presence, Lewis. Oh, thank you, girl from Mars. I love you, girl from Mars. Thank you. You're beautiful. Poland has the idea, not one terror attack. P.S. You're high on carbs, Lewis. I'm not. I haven't had any carbs today. I've had 8 grams of carbs. 8 grams of carbs. I had a late lunch. I did not have any carbs. I had a sausage, 5 raw eggs. You can find me on Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. You can find the picture of Lewis Schaffer. What I ate today. Watch Ivor Cummings' interview with the Bulgarian dude. who took on the EU mafia. I love Ivor Cummings, Ron Smith. I love Ivor. I went to see him perform in Southampton. He's great, great, great. Great, great, great. Daz is here. Welcome, Daz. And I don't watch much Ivor Cummings, but I should. There's just too much stuff for me to watch. I'm following too many things. I know what it's like. I know that's why I want to be as interesting as possible. A mare. What does that mean? Does that mean a nightmare? Does that mean a nightmare? Boris Johnson was horrible. He was horrible. He could have said something. He could have said, "I can't lead this government if you want me to lock down again. I'm not doing that again. I've made that mistake." It's like the guy. It's like the guy in Chinatown, the movie Chinatown. He said, "If I build that dam that way, the same thing. We built it that way once, and it collapsed, and people died. Okay, I am not going to build it again." He said that. I mean, he said it. He's the water department. I'm not going to do it again. And he didn't do it again. That was in my favorite movie, Chinatown, which showed how dirty the whole thing was. I mean, I didn't even understand why I really liked it. Have you ever seen the movie Chinatown, where he realizes that the whole world is dirty, and he got his girlfriend killed. He got his girlfriend killed so his girlfriend's dad could have sex with his granddaughter. Horrible. I'm no royalist, says Mr. Cuff, but seeing the Queen at her husband's funeral during the fake lockdown was terrible. Well, basically, look what they made her do. They made her take the vaccine. They gave her the vaccine and then she died. That's pretty close to murder. Whose idea was that? What is a bay mare? I like a bay mare. What is a bay mare, Ron Smith? Please explain. I meant mare, not mayor. What is a bay mare? I thought sausages were bad for you, Ron Smith. They are a bit bad. They're not really bad. They're bad because they've got too much spices. They're cured meat. The fresher the meat, the better. Because cured meat tells the body, wait, this guy is desperate for food. He's desperate for food. He's got to eat raw meat. Raw meat. Horse meat. It means horse meat. I still don't understand why that would be. Absolutely tragic to see that was. It was tragic. Not that she was one of the best queens ever. The best queen. Who was the best queen? Who was the best queen? Queen Elizabeth. Who was the queen? Who was the king who fought off or who tried to fight off the Normans? That's a great king. Like for example, the guy, the Normans. Who was the king from the Normans? That's the best. He probably is the best. Freddie Mercury. Good joke there, Mr. Cuff. Very good joke. But who was the king? Who is the king who invaded King Harold? Who was the king who invaded the Norman conquest? Harold. That's right, Harold, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Nightmare. I got into horses by accident. Okay. Is that he thought, this is my country, but he was French. He was French, so he had lost his country. You can't go back. You can't go back. Certainly goes well with a full English breakfast with eggs and toast and tomato. Well, it does. I mean, it's not the best possible food. I have it. I had one, which is 66 grams, and I put it on the whatchamacallit. I put it on the eggs. I had 5 runny eggs. Burger King is the best king. Henry VIII gave us Brexit. Gotta love him for that. King Henry VIII. Richard the Lionheart. Is that the third? Is that Richard the Third? Was he the Lionheart? I'm not saying who the best. You guys believe in the royal family. You've had it for so long, you can't get rid of it. So I'm not going to say what you should do. But you want someone who's who believes in this country, who's from this country, who's going to help us be mobilized. I didn't know that it dropped out. Dave Toby says Burger King. That used to be a great king. I can't eat Burger King anymore. Can you eat Burger King? I can. So what happened with Rob Reiner? Can we all think about that? Because that's like a tragedy. Because he was so nice. He was so good and caring. He was so nice. He was so good and caring. So let's look at Rob Reiner here. I'm going to look at Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner. Okay. Let's look what it says about Rob Reiner. Let's look over here. Do you all want to see what it says about Rob Reiner? I'll tell you why it's interesting to me.
This guy's
Are you ready?
For food.
Are you ready?
He's desperate
Because
for
here
food.
I
He's
come.
gotta eat raw meat.
Let's see.
Raw
Let's see.
meat?
Find out the most important thing.
Horse meat. It means horse meat. I know. Still
His
don't
parents
understand
were
why that
Estelle
would
and
be.
Carl
Absolute
Reiner
tragic
during
to
his
see that was.
childhood.
It was tragic. Not
He
that
lived
she was
in
one
New
of the best
Rochelle, which is a
queens
place very similar to Great Neck.
ever. The best queen.
And then he
Who was the best
moved
queen?
to
was the
Beverly
best
Hills
queen?
High
The
School.
Queen
Oh, an
Elizabeth.
echo. Sorry.
Who was the queen who?
Thank you. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I didn't have the sound on, but it went on or something like that. So there you go. So he's a trainee at Bucks County Playhouse. Dean Jones. He acted in several roles. He wrote for the Smothers Brothers. He worked along Steve Partner as his writing partner. 2 years later, and he played like a Polish guy. I mean, that probably did not make Polish people happy. Jewish guy playing a Polish guy. He was in this thing. He really made himself. He basically saved himself because he was on the TV for a long time, and then he started to make movies. And then the film, political activism. Can you see the political activism? Yeah, I mean, there you go. He called Donald Trump a racist, sexist, anti-gay, and anti-Semitic. I'm waiting to be called those myself. I'm a racist, sexist, anti-gay, anti-Semitic. I remarked that Harvey Weinstein is a bad guy and that Donald Trump is also an abuser. Yeah, you could see it. He turned into a Lewis Schaffer. He turned into a Robert De Niro. He endorsed Joe Biden. Spoke out against Trump. You know, he married Penny Marshall. His death, they say, they didn't, it's not mentioning that they're blaming the son. They said that his son, Nick Reiner, had been booked for murder. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. What are you saying? What are you saying, Rob Reiner? Rob Reiner. Did he, can you Google that, Darklands? Did he direct Misery, which was a really good country, a really good movie. A really good movie. I want a woman to love me like Kathy Bates. I want a woman to love me. Which of you women are going to love me like Kathy Bates? Just refuse to let me go. I mean, I used to make a joke about being grabbed by the ankles, but this was even more. Kathy Bates was even more loving. He did Spinal Tap, which is a really great movie. Really great movie. When Harry Met Sally. That was also a very liberal movie about like Harry and the two of them becoming friends. The fact is, she thought he was a loser. I think, if I remember the movie correctly. Do you remember that movie when Harry met Sally? How dare he criticize Trump? Exactly, Lucy Vampire. You're making a joke. But Donald Trump is great. He's the leader of our people. We should hope to have a prime minister. Well, we can never really have a leader here the way we have Donald Trump. We had a leader for a little bit. Frig Lewis. Isn't it funny? We were just talking about misery last night. That is actually true. That is an interesting thing. That is true. I want a woman like Kathy Bates. Yes, well, and then he died. And then did he die? Could someone Google this for me? I can't Google everything because it won't be quite as interesting as it could be. It could. Whoops, there we go. It might not be as interesting as it could be. Let's do the top chat. Am I missing anybody on the chat thing here? Am I missing anybody on the chat? Let's get back on track here. We're getting back on. We're on top chat. Who knows? Did I miss anybody on the chat here? Maybe I did. But Misery, that was a great movie. The Jolly Heretic said, Piers Morgan is like the guy who survived Henry VIII and kept his land and titles shallow and self-serving. Piers Morgan. Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I don't trust anything that he says. I mean, it could be interesting if he's attacking some guy you want attacked. He also directed Stand By Me. I remember that movie. Remember, they were on that bridge. That's all I wanted to do was walk along railroad tracks when I was that age. What year did Stand By Me come out? When I was when I was even younger than a teenager. Just wanted to go walk across the country on the railroad tracks. He also directed Stand By Me, Princess Bride, and A Few Good Men. Yeah, A Few Good Men. That's great. Princess Bride. That's the story of my life. That's what I'd like to be. I want a girl to stand by me. I want to marry the Princess Bride because she's a princess. And I'm looking for a few good men. And a lot of loose women. A woman actually bit me on the arm watching Misery. When it first came out, Sheer Panic. Was she like, it was a very scary movie. It was but it's the kind of movie that someone who's becoming famous could think, oh, this is going to happen to them. And it might happen to them. Stand By Me was 1986. I was 29 years old. I am indeed, says MC Scott. What is that all about? He was the son in All in the Family, which was based on the Steptoe and Son. No. What's the other? What was the British TV show that it was based on? Can someone check that out? Whenever I use the word woke, whenever I use the woke when arguing with a lefty, they always ask me to define it, which is ironic, because one of the principles of their movement is based on, and is that words evolve. Well, I mean, what does the word woke mean? It means leftist, globalist ideology, whatever that means. Doodles have been making dinner. Did you just say you want a Kathy Bates? That really shouldn't surprise us, to be fair. Yeah, I want a Kathy Bates. Will you be my Kathy Bates, Doodles? Till death do us part. Thank you, Lucy. There you go. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy is very helpful. Will you be my Kathy Bates, Lucy? The Flintstones always told us to have a gay old time. Words evolve, but that's not the point about the word woke. They know that people associate woke thinking with something bad. Like, that's what they do. Alfred the Great, clue in his name. Woke is intersectionality, but then, Ron Scott, you got to ask, what does it mean to be intersectional? Listen, we've been here for an hour, Ron Smith, but it is intersectionality. I don't even know what that word means. But can everybody do us a favor? Can you go over to the bottom and press the thumbs up? Let's press the thumbs up. We got 24 on the thumbs up. That's a good number. Press the thumbs up. Go over and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I don't know who's still here. that maybe has not possibly subscribed. We're all been in this a while. We're all been in this a while. I see you. I think she is subscribed, of course. I don't go any higher than that. Let's look at the top fans list. Lee, have you prescribed? Prescribed, subscribed. That's prescribed, not subscribed. Maltese Phil is here, and Six Badges is here. So we've got people here. People here. Let's get back on track. We're back. And there you go. I thought so. Okay, sorry. I've skipped the thing up here. Who remembers the film Glenn Close was called A Bunny Boiler? Yes. Fatal Attraction. I did. I thought that was funny. I didn't know that was like a documentary. That was like a documentary. You can't leave me. You can't leave me. You have had sex with me. You cannot leave me. I don't care if you're married and happily married. And then the wife said to him, "Go get out of my house." And he said to her, "I shouldn't leave because this woman's going to kill us." And she kicked him out. That you should never kick your husband out, ever. Ooh, Lewis, please allow comments to be made for your late show tonight. Was switched off yesterday. Yes, I know. Well, that's what happened today. I don't know why it happened. When the producer comes home, I don't know when he's going to come home, but I think if he comes home, he'll fix it. I definitely need are the comments on the screen? Are they on the screen? Whose fault was Fatal Attraction? It was a feminist society that allowed women to vote and to work and to have single women running around. I assume she was single. Maybe she wasn't single. Whose fault is it? Men do what they do, which is they try to have sex with as many women as possible, Lewis Schaffer, and women get jealous. They can't even help themselves. You think oh, I'm not going to get jealous. I had a friend of mine, she says, "I can't sleep with you, Lewis, because if I sleep with you, I'm going to want you, and I don't want to want you, and you're not going to maybe not want me." I think that's what she said. I saw it again recently and had forgotten how violent the ending is. Yeah, he kills her, right? Doesn't he kill her? But I guarantee you, if he killed her, did he kill her in the movies? If he killed her, he'll be in prison now because you can't kill women, especially women who are trying to kill you. Like, look at Amber Heard. I'm not saying she tried to kill him, but she was not a good person. Did you know that Penn Jillette lost around 6 stone in 3 months by eating nothing but potatoes, fresh coconut? You want to know something, and I've spoken about this before, is that I started to diet because I saw that eating potatoes video. I started to diet, and I started to eat potatoes. And I ate a week's worth of potatoes, and I just felt so disgusting. And then I thought to myself, this is not right. And that's when I went into my journey. So fresh coconut, you're totally right. You cannot just eat potatoes. If you want to lose weight and you want to pick one food, red beef. Pick animal protein. If you cut your calories and you eat animal protein. Why? Do you believe in the red beef, in the potato diet, fresh coconuts? I now think it's because he cheated several times. So should he be killed for that? Should he be killed? Should he be killed for cheating? It's basically a feminist movie. It's saying at the end of the day, don't cheat because women are going to kill you. That's a horrible thing to say. That's a horrible thing to say. Awesome. Thanks, Lewis. So I can comment after I watch. I hope so. You mean it's not turned on? It should be turned on. I'm not going to be ignored, Dad, says Lucy. It's just, that's so scary. That is like, was that in the movie? I think that was in the movie, Lucy Van Pelt. I'm not going to be ignored. Yeah, women are proper scary. I met Andrew Gold the other day, interviewing that BBC lefty, Chris Packham, who also didn't know what woke meant and assumed it was still a badge of honor and kindness. These people are out of touch. No, they're not out of touch because they actually believe in the wokeness ideology. I think they believe in the wokeness, Kermit. I think they do. They are out of touch, but they're communists. And communists don't believe. I know you want to think, well, I like communism. I like socialism. I like taking care of people. We should be nice. Coconut milk, any good? Well, there are worse things than coconut milk. There are worse things than coconut milk. That's what I would say. I don't drink coconut milk, but there are worse things. Joe says it's worth a rewatch. It probably is. Penny Marshall from Happy Days, the Fonz. They were not in that movie, Joodles. It was the bloke's fault. Try getting Lewis to say that. He said she shouldn't kick him out. No, he walked out. If I were her, I would have pleaded with him. Please stay. I saw the movie, Mr. Cuff. That's Mr. Cuff. I mean, is it his fault? Yes, he's got to. You have to take some responsibility. I believe in responsibility. And if a man has sex with a woman, these things can happen. And if a woman has sex with a man, you got to know he might be a serial cheater and not be interested in you, no matter how much having sex means something. And Judel says this. If he never slept with her, he wouldn't have ended up in that position. He was the proximate cause. Agreed. He was a cause. Yes, he shouldn't have had sex with her because women are horrible. I, Judels, am horrible. I am horrible. I'm horrible. I say myself, I am horrible. I'm horrible because I look like somebody who would care forever. Do I not look like somebody who would care forever? I can't care forever. I probably can't. But you could make me care for a very long time. I was with my ex-girlfriend for 12 years. That's quite a long time. I could have stayed longer if she was nicer to me. I didn't cheat on her. My wife too, but she thought, not even my wife, I was just with her for a few years. But she started to be mad at me. I prefer red meat to chicken, but it has to be cooked. Okay, well, cooked red meat, but the redder it is, the better. The redder it is, and chicken is like this. The Serbians call chicken. What do they call chicken? They call it a plant, a vegetable. He wasn't killed. At the time, everyone kind of blamed Glenn Close's character, but seeing it years later, I had a different view. Okay, Joe, I'm gonna write down that movie. I'm gonna write down Fatal Attraction. What year was it made? I was very young at that time. I was very, very young. I had incidences that women were crazy at that time. I had incidences. Glenn Close, according to Darklands, who's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman, was seen as a homewrecker back in the day. You know what? You can do spoilers because even if you know the ending and you like the movie, you will enjoy the movie. I saw the research on that. True, but he so led her on, Joe. Well, of course, you might see that. He didn't lead her on. Men are lovers. We love. Women go, does he love me? Does he really love me? Women play a longer game. They want to know. They want to believe it. Yes, 12 years. 12 years. Lewis Schaffer. We've been here 186 shows. This is day. Have we been here 186? Or is it 184? How many days has this been? Let me check the thing. 186th day. Yeah, 186 days. This is the 15th day of December. Been eating a lot of pork belly recently. You know what? Pork is not as bad as it's got a lot of humanoid type omega-6 fats. 1987, I was 30 years old. If you had seen me then, would you have fallen in love with me, Joe? Would you? Would you have trusted me? I didn't know. I didn't know how. I thought some women were crazy, but I didn't think all women were crazy. Okay. I would have had a longer relationship, says Rod Smith, if she didn't use my debit card and speed in my car, getting me into court. Yeah, well, that can happen too. Women, that can happen. Some women can be very fiscally prudent, like the 12-year girl. But some women just spend money, and same with guys. But a lot of women, they think he owes me the money. I'm having sex with him. Orange juice next, if you're sticking with trading places stocks. Yeah, pork bellies were a commodity thing. I don't even know what's happened to pork bellies. She boiled a pet rabbit. She's the baddie. Yeah, that's basically right. She shat on the guy's bed. She's the baddie. Angelica Houston and Bette Midler both turned down Bates's role. Interesting, Keith More Than Conquers. I did not know that. Yeah. I mean, basically, because Bette Midler was very likable then. Very likable. And Angelica Houston, she was also, she wasn't super famous, but she became a bit more famous. She was mental, John. Mental. Okay. No. One night stand? No. She would have seen as the bunny boiler she was known for, but he totally led her on and spent lots of time with her. Well, you know what? A guy thinks to himself, if I'm nice to the girl, she's not going to kill me. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Maybe he wanted to be with her. Did she know that he was married? Did she know that? That's also a vital point. The problem is, and I'm going to speak to the beautiful, beautiful women here, Darklands and Lucy and Joodles. Do you know that I'm happily married? Do you know that about me? Lewis, if all your exes are crazy, it's because you drive women crazy. All my exes, they were all horrible at some point, but they weren't bunny. They never bunny boiled. Not all of them bunny boiled with me. Not all of them bunny boiled. But they are all quite. The term bunny boiler, defiantly, was a good term line to promote the film. Was that used before in the film? He followed his knob. He used her. He paid the price. Well, don't women lie too? Don't women say, I would never do that to you, Lewis. I would never do that to you. No, with women, they get very emotionally involved. They go, oh my God, I just had sex with this guy. He must love me. He must love me. He found out she was mental when they found the rabbit. Well, otherwise it wouldn't have been a very good movie to find that she was mental on day one. She seemed totally normal. She had a business. She had a business. Lewis, says Joe, he knew he was married. He knew he was married. Did she know he was married? And that's the question I'm asking. Janet's back. Hello, Janet. We were just talking about you yesterday, were we not, Lucy? Talking about Janet. Fucking hell, Lewis. He knew he was married. What? So a married man can't cheat on his wife? Are you saying that should be illegal? Are you now a Muslim? Are you now a Hasidic Jew? Should he be killed if you cheat on your wife? Should a man cheat if he cheats on his wife? If Lewis was a darts player, we'd call Lewis the psycho Schaffer. Probably, yeah, I wouldn't want to be near me when I had a thing. This is the best show ever. It is. It is a really great show. I wouldn't call it a show. It's just a conversation. We're having a really nice conversation. Answer the question. First of all, Janet, how are you? Welcome back. Number one, Joe, he knew he was married. It's her job to find out. I've gone out with people who've lied to me. I've lied to people all the time. I didn't even lie to them. I thought I loved women, and I just got so tired of them, whatever. I mean, I've been bad. I'm bad. But couldn't imagine anybody loving me. Who can love me now? I'm 68 years old. I'm going to die. So, say men lie by exaggerating and women lie by downplaying severity. That's actually almost a quotable quote, Daz. I'm going to write that down. No. Men fall in love, but that could be true. I'm going to write that down, Daz, is that men lie by, hold on a second, by exaggerating, okay? And women lie by downplaying. What do you mean by severity? I think, does that mean like the danger by like, oh my God, if you have sex with me, you are married to me? You are married to me? A lot of women think that, especially if they're with the best, that they think the right guy for them. Yes, Lewis, a man should not cheat on his wife. I agree with you. A man shouldn't cheat on his wife, and a woman shouldn't cheat on her husband. It's in the actual vows. I agree with you. If you don't want to be with your wife, leave her. Well, you should leave a wife, but if you leave a wife, you're never going to see your kids again, and they're going to grow up gay and hating you. Or maybe want their penis cut off, Joodles, if you're so concerned about that. If you don't want to be with your wife, leave her. Don't cheat on her and expect everything to be okay. He took the vow, not her. I didn't realize you were this religious. When the mother of my children said she's divorcing me, I said to her, don't you remember we took vows on this thing, which I actually took seriously. Didn't mean anything to her. He said, you broke the vow. How did I break the vow? By being such a loser. She didn't say that, but that's basically by not loving me as much as I said, how can I love you? I'm up 24 hours a day. I'm getting no sleep. That's what she said. He should have kept it in his trousers. Yes. Yeah, but maybe she wanted it. She didn't care. She wanted him in his trousers. He was effing Michael Douglas. He was really good looking. You know who his father was? Kirk Douglas. So Janet wasn't feeling well. Okay. And you're 68. But you're a beautiful 68. Look at Lewis Schaffer. I'm a crazy mental psycho 68. Wouldn't it be her fault? Let's say she was married and she had sex with Michael Douglas, and Michael Douglas says, you got to divorce me. And she says, I don't want to divorce you. Lewis found out his ex was mental when he boiled ants on the stove. We didn't have ants in that house. That's just here. That's funny, Jedster. I don't even know why that's funny. Where she just got really upset at me and just thought, yuck, I can't be married to this guy. She found out. Do you guys know me? You know me. You know me. And I thought she thought to herself, I can't be married to this guy. I can't be with this guy. Michael Douglas's character, totally selfish wanker, wanted the best of every world. We all do. We all do, Joe. We all do. Everybody wants that. She wanted the best of all worlds. She didn't find out if he was married. She just had sex with him. And boom, like that. Like that. So she should have done a little research. It's not religious. It's loyalty, respect, and honesty. Mr. Cuff says. Yeah. What's it got to do with religion? It's a promise to another person. Break the promise and expect consequences. What she should try to kill you? She should try to kill you? No, even I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. Yeah, you try to keep your word, but sometimes you've been drinking, you're out on holiday, you're up in the Midlands and you're at a hotel and somebody comes by. I mean, this is a fantasy, but possible. Severity meaning she meets up with another man whilst being married, and when the husband says, "Where have you been?" she says, he's just a friend. I think he might be gay. Women will downplay it, the severity. Okay, and when a man won't lie about stuff like that? Daz? I think a man will lie. Okay, we're running out of time. We're going to have to stop this conversation. Okay? All right. She had her knickers off in the first 20 minutes. How could you say no to that? It was Glenn Close. She was so beautiful. She was really, really beautiful, Glenn Close. Am I related to Paul Schaffer? No. He's from Canada. He's Canadian. Lewis, you could AI to make yourself look younger to your fans here, says Keith. I could do that. I should do that. Lewis totally did someone in the Midlands. I'd like to be that way. I got friends of mine who women just look at the guy. You know, even when I wasn't married, like now I'm not married. I don't think anyone has to be unfaithful to me. They wouldn't dare. You want to know something, Joe? Red flags. I see it. They wouldn't dare. So here I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on the stream. We're going to say goodnight. We're going to say this was good. It turned out into a nice, I don't know, has it been an okay show? Can we all like the stream? Everybody? Look at how I sound. How could you listen to me? I apologize. Can you like the stream? We've got 35. We're doing okay. Everybody like the stream. We're up to 27 people. Can we go to Ko-fi? But most important thing, go to Discord. Make sure you're on Discord. Can you go to Discord? Can we go to Discord? There. Go to Twitter at Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. Go to Ko-fi, which is KOF. KO hyphen dot F dot AI, not dot AI.com/Lewis Schaffer. Keep the stream going. I know I'm doing a bad job being a cult leader. If I was a cult leader, I would be like messing with your heads to contribute money. Please contribute money to the stream. I'm a liar. What am I a liar about? Do men fall in love or lust? I have a feeling it's probably lust. For a woman, it's lust. For a man, because a woman is looking, women do fall in lust if the guy is like really great looking and meets all the criteria. But a man falls in love immediately. It's like, oh my God, this woman is so, like I said, when I was on the train, I used to look at all the women and think, oh my God, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Anyway, so thank you, Alex and Ron Smith and Mr. Cuff. I'm going to try to thank everybody. I see you. Thank you for being here. Joodles, thank you. Keith, Mr. Cuff, Andrew Rubin, thank you. Kermit, thank you. Lee, Darklands, Ron Smith. Did I say Ron Smith enough? Lucy, Joe, thank you for being here. Daz, Keith, MC Scott, thank you for being here. I mean, I'm repeating some of the names. I'm going to have to repeat the names. Fresh Coconut, thank you for being here. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. I thought I'd thank you before. You are dangerous. I know you're dangerous. You're beautiful, scarily dangerous. I mean, do you own your own house? I'll have to see your finances. Maybe. But whatever, if you're thin and beautiful, I will still do you. I'm sorry, I'm at the age now. I'm willing to take the chance. I've been through horrible separations a few times. Horrible. I've been Me Too'd. I lost my kids. I've been horrible. It's been horrible. I'm willing to take the chance to make you women happy. Daz? Janet? Yes, I'm willing to take the chance. Thank you, Janet. If you want to tell us how you're feeling, maybe tell us. I don't know. I'm afraid to ask. What's happened. I might judge you wrongly. Gary Warren, thank you for being here, Gary. Someone new. John Miller, Vatanai, Dave Toby, Maltese Phil, Warmelian, the Jedster, Six Badges. Thank you for coming and for being here. Thank you, John Van Dam. Did I thank you already? Mary Ann, God bless America. Claire, thank you, Claire, for coming in. If Claire is here, thank you for coming in. Mr. Cuff, Joodles, of course. Let's see. Let's do an analysis of how many people have been watching the show. A lot of people. Not that it matters. I will do the show if there's nobody here. I don't care. But it's nice to know that you're here. We've had. I mean, when I look at the chart is basically constant. It's going like that. It's constant. Dip down as low as 30, and basically as high as 40. 40. So that's good. 30 and 40. Very good. That's exactly it. Some people don't own up to mistakes and won't learn for them. Okay. Are you saying that I don't own up to my mistakes? Oh my God, look who's here. How are you feeling? Fine. Okay. Falling down. No, I did not like falling down. I didn't like falling down. Okay. So let's go. Let's say goodbye. We got to say goodbye to everybody. I'm going to keep on the end stream for a second. And then Kathy Bates was the only one. I don't know. There you go. Remember, with films, everybody says no to films. Even the greatest films, everybody says no to films. Yes, Joe, you are dangerous. You are dangerous, but this is why I find you attractive. You wave your red flags in the air. You waving them, red flag. And I go, I'm brave enough. I'm strong enough. Somebody like Lucy, dangerous, dangerous. Someone like Joodles, dangerous, dangerous. Daz, dangerous. Janet, every one of you're all dangerous. Even the ones who go, I fell in love with the nicest girl ever, nicest woman ever. She was so nice. Killed me, basically destroyed me. Okay, Pamela May, Andrew, is that Pet Banatar? Was that her real name? Yes, that's her real name, Lucy Van Pelt. So will we see you at 10:30? Raise your hand if you're coming back at 10:30. Raise your hand if you're coming back. Make sure on the way out, we've got 35 people in the stream right now. Can you all like the stream? It would mean everything to me. Well, I don't know if everything is the right word, but it would mean everything. It would mean everything. Like the stream. Let's go to, we're at 29. Somebody's got to like the stream. And maybe you could, whatchamacallit. You could go to Ko-fi, and buy the stream a cup of coffee. Am I saying goodbye to everybody? I'm saying goodbye, Janet. Janet's liked. Okay, there we go. Darklands, have you liked? There we go.